Today we are going to talk about single-use plastics. You keep coming across this news, so it is important for you to understand what it is. What exactly is single-use plastic? It refers to the disposable plastics that are commonly used for plastic packaging and include items intended to be used only once before they are thrown away or recycled. Now, these are everyday items which we all use. Polythene carry bags, plastic bottles, straws, the wrappers, the packaging which comes along with online delivery, sachets for different things in smaller sizes like ketchup, shampoo. All of this is nothing but single-use plastic. As such, there is no fixed definition for single-use plastic. It varies from country to country. The only thing to be remembered is that it is intended for one-time use only, and they end up in your bin trying to find a way to the local disposal system once you have used it. Now, after understanding what it is, the next question is, what is the problem with its use? Let's see. The first one would be the manufacture process. The manufacture process of all plastics involves the use of fossil fuels. So, as you increase the usage of these plastic, you are also increasing the greenhouse gas emission. The second issue is their non-biodegradable nature. Non-biodegradable material can be the one which cannot be broken down by natural organisms and serves as a source of pollution. So that means plastic cannot be decomposed by your natural decomposers like bacteria and fungi and other smaller organisms. Because it is not biodegradable, it is going to enter your food chain through contamination from land and water resources. In the food chain, it is going to accumulate. What would this be? This is what we call as bioaccumulation, which occurs when an organism absorbs a substance at a rate faster than that at which the substance is lost from the body. So as our natural systems cannot disintegrate or degrade this plastic, they are going to accumulate at the different levels of our food chain and cause specific problems in different organisms, leading to the human beings. With this whole situation, the severity is increased because of the lightweight nature of these single-use plastic. They can travel large distances and they contaminate land and water bodies. In land, they can even lead to problems like choking and strangulation in animals which come across these in landfill sites. And to our aquatic animals also, they are very dangerous to the extent of being lethal. It will be interesting for you to know that more than 90% of the plastic used all around the world is not recycled. An astonishing 32% of the 78 million tons of plastic packaging produced makes its way into the ocean every year, and the rest of it is lying in landfills. That is the same to say as one dump truck of plastic dumping right into the ocean every minute, every single minute. If we don't do something, this is likely to double by 2030 and double again by 2050. Now let's talk specifically about India and what is the buzz here. The reason why this has been in news is that India has for now decided to hold back the blanket ban on the use of single-use plastic. Now, why would India do that? At times, the definition itself is not clear and India is trying to develop it. For most people, single-use plastic is understood as being only polythene bags, which is not the case. The second problem we are facing is that we do not have effective alternatives of this single-use plastic. If we use different alternatives which we have currently in the market, they would increase the margins of the production and that would increase the overall cost of the product. And then what about the low price point products like the small shampoo sachet or the small oil sachet which we get, or 5 rupee biscuit packets? They would not be viable. And at the end of the day, their production would have to be stopped. But despite the blanket ban, there are still a lot of initiatives which have come at the national level in India through different rules and laws which have been brought about. We are going to talk about a few of these initiatives. The first one is Plastic Waste Management Rules 2016, which was amended again in 2018. So these rules make it mandatory for plastic bags to have a minimum thickness of 50 microns. This is supposed to serve two objectives. One is that the free giving away of these polythene bags, that would come out. That would be lesser now. And the second thing would be that because they are heavier in weight, they will not fly away that easily. Only the registered shopkeepers who pay a specific registration fee to the local bodies, they would be allowed to give out plastic bags. Okay, this is also now the responsibility of street vendors and retailers. And whatever plastic is there, it is going to be used for road construction or energy recovery. So that means an alternative means of disposal for them has been created. Next is the National Marine Litter Policy. It is to identify the source of litter, especially the plastic waste that flows into the India's coastal waters. On similar lines, different international organizations have also been working to set a framework for managing the menace of single-use plastic. The first such initiative has been by the United Nations Environment Programme, which has declared the theme for World Environment Day 2018 as Beat Plastic Pollution. G20 also had this implementation framework for action on marine plastic litters, which is aimed at facilitating further concrete action on marine waste, though on a voluntary basis. Now, they don't have binding conditions, but voluntarily the countries of the G20 are going to come together and develop a framework for action on marine littering, particularly the plastics in that litter. UN Environment also launched the #CleanSeas campaign to eliminate major sources of marine litter and the excessive wasteful use of single-use plastic by the year 2022. And lastly, we have the Honolulu Strategy. It is the framework for comprehensive and global collaborative effort to reduce the ecological, human health, and economic impacts of marine debris worldwide. In India now, a number of states have announced already their own initiatives like Bihar, Orissa, Goa, Andhra Pradesh. But until this can be replicated at a nationwide level, we all have to take individual responsibility. Carry your own shopping bag, buy products in larger sizes, and recycle, reuse whatever form of plastic you can possibly do. Every little action counts.